If there's anything worse than being in a siege, it's being in a siege where people are trying to sow the seeds of despair. This poster advises citizens to throw down their weapons and open the gates, and they will be spared. I know who's doing that is. False king indeed. Huh. And they're using foul spellcraft to keep these things up. Well, certainly don't want that. That's even worse. Now, what has you down? Lift up your spirits. The men of Gondor are the greatest in the world, and they will protect you and the people. No, you're wrong! Oh, wonderful. Yeah, these people are bright and cheery. And, well, hopefully I can better at convincing people that there's no reason to despair. Anything else? Let's see. Oh, they learn how to. Anything here at the end? Nope. Alright, I guess we've taken care of this part of the city. Now let's head to the next part. Make sure there are no more of these seditious posters around. Nothing around here. Alright, good. Oh, no wonder he's reading this poster. No wonder he's getting... Oh, let's tear this thing up. Now, don't believe the lies of this poster. We will survive. We will make it through this siege. I will not give up. Oh, thank goodness some people listen. That's right. Never give up. Don't give up. More posters. Definitely his doing. Yeah. I'm sure those orcs will have an easy time if they're let inside. Nothing like letting them through the walls do. Yeah, hello. You don't need to see this. It's just trash. Just complete utter trash. What you need to do is to think about the glorious victory the men of Gondor will have in defeating the very host of Mordor. That's what you need to go. You may be right. I hope so. Yes, I hope so too. And anyone else around here? Ah, here's another. Be ready. Prepare yourself. We must stand firm. If we don't... Well, if we don't, you're giving in to the enemy. Okay. Not the most cheery words I've come up with. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, well, he left quickly. Now, let us go back to Ekadon and find out if he has anything else for us to do. And hopefully, it would be something, well, more cheerful than trying to cheer people up. I mean, I'm a warden, not a... well, I don't know what he expects me to be. Not a grand orator, that's for sure.
Some men in the garrison have begun listening to these whispers.
You have done well to inspire some of the common folk that have listened to the lies of the withered tree. It is all too easy to listen to their whispers when there is little certainty about that a new day will dawn tomorrow. We cannot listen, or we will give in to despair, and that only ensures that the dawn will be further off. Some men in the garrison also have begun to listen to these despairing whispers. Find them in the northern side of the city, in the second circle, and speak words of courage to inspire them to go. Perhaps tales of your adventures will help Pineleaf. Find them and stir their hearts to bravery, or they will be of no use to anyone in the battle ahead. Right. Now to the north side of the second circle. Well, we have some soldiers that don't look like they're in a particularly happy mood. Hello there.
How can we hope to have victory?
How? Well then, let me tell you of some of the stories I have had in my time. I have faced terrible enemies in my days. I have faced the Nazgul. I have faced deeper dangers in the depths. I have faced the dead. I have faced terrible wights. I have faced trolls and orcs and goblins, the very depths of Moria. We have heard the news from beyond the North Gate of the second Morgul host, and I was watching with my own two eyes when the Prince of Dol Amroth came back with Faramir. The young captain's face was pale as death. His father, the steward, lets none in to see him. He may have already died for us all we know. You are an adventurer, but I would wager you have never seen in this grim a situation before. How can we hope for victory? Nay, not even that. How can we hope to survive? Well, there are many things that I have done in my time. I can tell you about that. The story of Akador. What we had to do there. The guards of Akador's noble sacrifice before Dol Guldur in order to save us at the very steps of where the necromancer lived.
Can it be? Can we find such courage as this?
I do not know, Pineleaf, but I know that we will try. We are men of Gondor. We will not give up hope, not now, and not ever. You have reminded us that even when the night is darkest, dawn must come at the ending, and will banish the blackest midnight. You have my thanks, adventurer, for reminding of the courage that can be found, even when it has been lost. Okay. Well then, let's head back to Hecadon. I have returned and delivered your message, and I think that they are in better spirits now.
I fear this will get worse before it gets better.
I thank you for inspiring my men to go on, at least for a little while. I must confess something to you, however. I myself am worried. This is going to get worse before it gets better. We will stand against it for as long as we can, will we not? We will. With adventurers such as you aiding in the defense, we may stand a little longer than we might, Pineleaf. I am glad for it. Very well. Then let us head back to the Dome of the Sun, where we can tell him that the rats will be dealt with. Ah, Imrahil! I've taken care of several things. I've helped Mithrandir, I've talked to the concerning the stores, and helped to cheer up the troops. Hopefully that will help in the coming days.
It will not be long before the city is surrounded. I hope we are ready.
I hope so too. I have a message for you, Pineleaf. I have received word from Orthamar that the captain of the Citadel has been looking for you. You should speak with him in the Citadel without delay, and for that can mean only one thing. Go to Orthamar with haste. To the Citadel. Alright, well. Right, I will head there as fast as I can. That means a quick stop by the Dome of the Sun, and I'll be there. Right, now first of all, let's go to the Dome of the Sun and tell them the rats will be dealt with. Then you can go to the Citadel.
I see. Very good. Tell Dirion the city and the council are indebted to him.
Alright, you're welcome. Well, won't tell them the details of what the rats were, but minor little detail. But I think the last thing we need is more trouble. Now let us get up to the Citadel and find out what is going on. Right, up this way. And around. My legs are getting tired. Alright. I am going to have to borrow a pony from the stables and use it. I know they don't like people riding around in the streets, but it is getting tiring, all this running about. Hello, Captain!
I have been looking for you. The steward has summoned you.
Yes, thank you, Pineleaf. The warden? You must be. Who else might carry themselves as you do? And we don't get too many halflings around here either. I have been looking for you. The steward has summoned you. Oh, fun.
Peregrine the Halfling will bring you before the steward.
Surely you know of Peregrine the Halfling. You and he must hail from the same far-off land, unless I greatly miss my mark. Lord Denethor has named him a guard of the Citadel. He will bring you before the steward. Tarry not. Right, I will not tarry then. Peregrine. Where? Oh. Hello, Peregrine.
I will bring you before the steward. Keep your wits about you.
I hope I keep my bits. He is a great man of importance. I don't doubt it, but he is very stern and does not go out of his way to cushion the effect of his words. Yeah, I guess that's the case.
There is much to do, and now I hear the steward has summoned my friend for an audience. Time-wasting rubbish.
This is the Tower Hall, Pineleaf. Do not tell anyone, but the steward makes me nervous. I will show you where to go, and then return to my posting outside. Glad he does not need me at the moment. This way. This hall is very grand, but I would much prefer a cozy hobbit hole. Everything is so big and cold. Pineleaf is here, my lord. Oh, there he is. Hello, Denethor. I guess I should bow. My lord. Imrahil told me that you were with my son when he fell before the city, Pineleaf. Would that you had drawn his foes away and put yourself between his horse and the raids. He fights still, but it is an unnatural wound. It saps his strength, and his body is wasting away. My son. Do you know what it is like to live so near to Mordor, Pineleaf? Do you know what it is like to stand on the wall of your city and see flames on the horizon, knowing that they signal some terrible work of evil? Do you know what it is to be always in the thoughts of the creature so vile and so terrible that even death cannot master them? I know what it is like, Warden. Every morning I wake up to knowing it, and every evening I retire to my chamber knowing it. And in the darkest reaches of the night I wake from troubled dreams knowing it. I have struggled long with this knowledge, and I struggle still, though my sons and heirs be taken from me. I struggle for my people. Come with me, Pineleaf. I would show you something. Oh boy. Isn't that a Palantir? No one comes to this chamber without my leave, Pineleaf, and I grant that sparingly. When I look at you, I see a student of Mithrandir. The wizard has been a friend of Gondor, so far, but he does not have the full measure of my trust. Why should he possess it? He is not of this land, and if the battle turns ill, he will simply leave it, leaving my people to suffer and die. I am not without weapons, Pineleaf. I brought you here so that you will see that I still fight the enemy, though none appreciate the battle I wage within this high chamber. This is a seeing stone, an heirloom of kings of old. I have turned it to my will. All right. These things are all over the place.
Look deep within the stone, as I have done. Will you see what I have seen?
Right. These things are dangerous, you know. Ooh, yeah. Osgiliath was our last line of defense, and now it is taken. The armies of the enemy spilled into the plain, and their siege engines and weapons of war eagerly follow. The forces arrayed against us are vast, and they
The forces of
hunger
Mordor
for
fill
our
Osgiliath and spill into the plain.
Ooh, what is this?
Hirgon, errand rider of Gondor, he is slain.
Hirgon was to present the red arrow to Theoden of the Rittermark, and by doing so summon the riders of Rohan to our defense. He has been gone for more than a week, and now I see that he has been slain. No one is coming to help us. Well, right now, I don't think the Rohirrim need a red arrow to know you need help.
The red arrow will not come to Rohan. We are alone.
Maybe it was delivered before he died. Ooh. What is this?
No. No! Mithrandir's lackey is held captive.
Mithrandir does not share his mind with me, but I know of the dream that came to my son, the dream that tried to snare Faramir that stole Boromir instead. This must be the halfling, captured by the enemy and held in his tower. We are undone by the folly of Mithrandir. What is this?
My greatest fear comes to pass. Isildur's bane, taken by the enemy.
Frodo. Ooh. What does this all mean? I have seen a great deal in the Seeing Stone Warden, but these terrible visions fill me with dread more than before. You have seen what I saw of the stone. Hiragon and the Red Arrow did not make it to Rohan, and the foolish one Mithrandir sent to Mordor is a captive in Cirith Ungol. Yet I know of that errand. Yes, I do. And I know it has failed. Whether that fool brought with him is now gone, and if it is the weapon I perceive, it will not matter if the gates of Minas Tirith last 5 minutes or 5 hours. The end will come. Listen to my words, Pineleaf. Hear what I say, and tremble at the truth in them. There can be no turning back from this doom. It comes, even now. Thank you everyone for watching this episode of Pineleaf in Gondor, where we explore this ancient kingdom of Middle-earth. And this is Pineleaf Noodles reminding you to quest responsibly.